Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Mesa in Arizona on this absolutely gorgeous, super fantastic, sparkling Magic Monday. So I hope you're all having an amazing start to the week. It is a brand new week. It is a brand new month. It started yesterday. We totally didn't acknowledge that yesterday, so sorry, November. But we're acknowledging it today. Better late than never, as they always say. So, what is it that you find magic about Mondays? Mondays hold amazing magic in them. A lot of people go, "Oh, it's Monday." Get real. It's the one of the best days of the week. Every day is a great day. And this is just another one. Yes, it's the beginning of a week. Yes, you may have to go to work today. You may have had yesterday off. But so what? Enjoy it. Relax. There's nothing in it. Monday's going to come around every week. I have no idea what my dog is whining about. She's already been out for a walk. So, yeah, even though we had a time change yesterday for daylight savings, Arizona does not do daylight savings, but we still had a time change because now we're no longer with Pacific time. We are actually on Mountain time. So I actually have an extra hour today I now have an extra hour in the morning to get everything done that I need to get done before my 8 a.m. Pacific time meeting starts at 9 o'clock Mountain time. So you guys get to get this early because as soon as my call is over, my 9 o'clock call is over, I am straight into a project that is going to keep me busy for the rest of the day. And if you hear any thumping, my dog is playing with her Kong. And I have to tell you, the funniest thing that happened today, we came back from our walk and she started doing her zoomy things. And she did her first zoom down the RV into the bedroom. And then I heard this thud, this great big thud and crash. And I thought, what the heck? And so I go running into the bedroom, turn the light on. I cannot see my dog. My dog cannot be seen. All that's in the room is a bed, built in, and on the bed's on this wall. The built-in closets and cabinets are on the one wall, and there's a mirror straight ahead, and my dog is nowhere to be seen. She had gone flying right across the bed and down the far side, and then I see this little head peek around from the end of the bed because the laundry basket was blocking her away from walking from around the side of the bed across the end of the bed to get out again. I looked at her, what happened? So somehow she went flying right across the bed, crashed into the far wall, and down onto the ground. So I moved the basket, and she shot out of the bedroom, and she won't go back in there right now. But she will. I'll get her back in there. It's not a problem. But so that was our magic start to this day. So to help us get started, we are going to be reading from Chicken Soup from the Soul, Think Positive, Live Happy. I love this book. It's a great book. And this one is called On Roses and Life. And there is oh, this quote's really cool. Change always comes bearing gifts. And that's by Price Pritchett. And when you think about it, it always does. Any change that you face always comes with gifts. So here we go. On Roses and Life. I looked at the brochure for Bellston Spa High School. I don't want to go to this school, I said. In fact, I don't even want to be here. Can't we go home to New Jersey? I hate it here. I have no friends. I have nothing to do, and I hate it. Boy, doesn't that sound like a teenager? Yeah, I kind of remember saying some words like that. My mum and dad exchanged glances. It had been a week since we had moved to New York. Sighing, my mum turned to me from the front seat of the car. Can't you try and look at the bright side? You used to love Saratoga when we came here on vacation. It's different living here. I want to go home. I don't have any friends here. The car was silent for a moment. I watched the pilot swerve into the shady path leading to the Yaddo Gardens, and I worked to hold back my tears. We're here, my dad said, attempting enthusiasm. We unloaded the car, baguettes, fresh tomatoes, mangoes, iced tea, everything for a perfect picnic. Ooh, picnic, that sounds really good. But it was soured by my imperfect mood. We laid out on the blanket, looking at the gardens that were just starting to bloom. A number of people vested in green shirts and garden gloves. A number of people vested in green shirts and garden gloves bent over the bushes hard at work. As we watched the workers, we wound up in conversation with a particularly chatty woman, Vera. She told us more about the history of Yaddo Gardens and the volunteers. We work every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday morning, Vera said with a smile. Hey, my dad nudged me. Maybe you should work here too. I started to roll my eyes, but my dad, ever the talker, brought up the idea to Vera. Before I knew it, I was there bright and early on a Tuesday morning. Entering my assigned garden, my hands struggled to carry a bucket, gloves, potato rake. What's a potato rake? A pedal rake, okay, strainer, and knee protector. Vera introduced me to John, the head gardener of Quadrant 4. I was impressed by John's spryness and energy. He still he was still hiking mountains at 81. Oh, I'd love to be doing that. I'm going to do that at 81. Go hike a mountain. He he bounded around the garden with ease, clipping, raking, and pruning with more deftness than I could ever muster. Dana, come here, he called across the garden. He cupped a peppermint striped flower in his hands, still on the vine, and showed it to me. You see this flower? I nodded. Looks alive, but he brushed his finger on top of it. I watched as the petals swirl and twirl down like rain. It's actually dead. This, on the other hand, he pointed to a bush that looked stick-like and flowerless. This one will bloom in a few days. Just wait. I smiled and returned to my task. It was like that over the next several months. I'd come to the gardens on Tuesdays, Thursdays, or Saturday, and John would always be there, smiling and ready to teach me a new lesson about roses and life. I learned the secret to sinfully sweet rosehip jam, how to tell if a Japanese beetle is hiding under a rose, and how to prevent deer from eating the flowers. During snack breaks, my new friend and I would chat and discuss everything from mountains to middle school, laughing and learning the joys of friendship across generations. One day I opened up to him about my fears for the fall. I'm just not ready for school, I said, biting my lip. What if I have no friends? John said nothing. He took me instead to the terrace that overlooked the four-quadrant garden. Look, Dana, do you see these two quadrants? I looked at them and nodded. Now look at the other two. What's different? I squinted my eyes and looked back and forth. Then it clicked. The two on the left are shorter, I smiled with triumph. Exactly. This garden was styled after Italian Renaissance gardens. The point of the garden is for people to stand there. He pointed to a wrought iron gate on the left, to see the garden beds as if they were all the same size. Did you know? Oh, that's interesting. It's called perspectivism, he continued, and I think it's what you need. You can look at your new school as something scary, or you can look at it as an opportunity. He shrugged. The choice is yours. I don't think I ever said much in response. I often didn't. But 3 months later, after I started high school, it was time for the Yaddo Gardens volunteer celebration. I saw John, my first friend in upstate New York, and gave him a hug. You were right, he said. I just needed a little perspective. And that's by Dana Drostick. So like I said, it's all about perspective. So instead of looking at Mondays as like, oh my God, it's Monday, I gotta go to work. Look at it with a different perspective. It's a brand new week. Remember, we have Finish It Fridays for a reason. So when you come in on Monday morning, your desk is clear of the projects from the previous week. You now have a fresh slate to start a brand new week. And that's what's magic about Mondays. It's all about perspective. So go out today, have a look at things in a different perspective, and see what interesting things you can find. It's going to be a super fantastic, sparkling, magical Monday. Go enjoy it, and we will catch you guys later today. He konera.